Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm going to be making a spatchcock chicken. Today I am going to be using Bear Mountain Bourbon pellets and the Cuisinart Oakmont pellet grill and smoker. To start that off, we got to turn the grill on. It's already preset to 200 degrees. That's where I'm going to keep it at. We're going to try to do a low and slow to form a better bark on that chicken. I've got a probe that came with the grill. We're going to set that in one of the breasts and set up the app on Bluetooth and Wi-Fi while this thing preheats. It's going to take about 20 to 30 minutes, but in that time I can set the Bluetooth up and prepare the chicken. I've already prepared a compound butter with a homemade Italian seasoning. We're going to inject that into some of the breast, and then we're just going to do a simple salt and pepper rub on the outside of the chicken. But hopefully it all goes well, and in a few hours we'll have some good meat. Alright, we're inside now prepping the chicken. Just took it out of the packaging and pat dried, so it's a little bit more easier to handle. We're going to turn it over here. This is a pretty big bird. I think it came in at right over 9 pounds. But we're gonna start by taking kitchen shears and cutting along the side of the spinal cord on each side, and then we'll flatten it out from there. Should probably get a better pair of shears for this. I was looking at these handmade ones that I got my mom for, I believe, Mother's Day or her birthday about 2 years ago. And they make them handmade over in Sheffield, England. They're Ernest Wright shears, not sponsored, but if you want to sponsor me, go ahead. I would love some free kitchen shears. Put that over here. I'm gonna save some of, it came with giblets, and I'm gonna save any of the scraps and pieces that I do cut off for like a stock. Alright, and just flip it back over here. You can tie this up with kitchen twine and make it look all pretty and stuff, but I'm just going to do it as simple as possible, just to get the video done with, really. And then also, I don't really want to play around with this. I usually try to go above and beyond with a lot of like food tutorials, but I just kind of wanted to do an easy day with my day off. So you just flip this over and you press down until back again. Sorry, one of my timers just went off. But you just press down on the front until you break that breastbone. I did it as soon as the camera stopped rolling, but that'll let it lay flat on the grill. All right, I have washed my hands, and we're going to season this with a 50-50 mix of salt and pepper on the outside, and then I'll do an injection of the Italian herbs compound butter into the breast. this shaker isn't really meant for this. I just put it in here to store it. For the salt and pepper mix, you can do like a store-bought one, but I have a little spice grinder, so I just threw some Himalayan sea salt that was already full grain, I guess, coarse, and some full peppercorns, black peppercorns in there. This will help bark formation a little bit. Where it is a pellet grill, it's not the best with bark formation, but we're gonna take the steps necessary to get it there. We're gonna flip this bad boy over, bad girl over. Season the back a bit. All right, we're back. I got the compound butter loaded into this injector. Hopefully it works. It's a little thick, but I had a little problem with the black ring staying in there whenever I try to pull it out. I guess there's a water seal, but we're just gonna go in these bad boys. All right, we're back. I'm gonna try a different method of injecting this because that compound butter is a little thick. We're just gonna slather up the inside of this with compound butter. All right, we're back one more time. You got a little messed up with the salt and pepper seasoning, so I'm just gonna throw a little bit more of that on there in the spots that I touched too much. Rub that in. I did wash my hands before I did this, took off the gloves. And after that, we're going to load that onto this wire rack. That's a little trick I found online. So you don't have to, if you ever need to move the bird, you don't really have to unstick it from the grates or like try to deal with how awkward it is to hold. You just move the whole rack. Okay, here we are outside again. The grill has preheated to 200 degrees. It says 199 right now. It's good enough. It only took like 5 minutes for it to do that. I set up the Bluetooth and Wi-Fi with it in that short time, and then prepped the bird afterwards. I did grease this rack with some avocado oil. It's pretty neutral oil and it's high temp, so I thought that would be the best thing to go about it not sticking. All right, we're back. As you can see, the temperature has risen to about 108 on the breast side. That other probe did not work, so I just took it out and replaced the one in the thigh with the one in the breast. It's still set to 200 degrees, but at this point, when it gets around 110, this is whenever you'll want to raise the temperature. I'm going to raise it about 100 degrees to 300 degrees, 325, and see where that brings us. You can see the chicken has dried out quite a bit, and I started to smoke some French style green beans with some hickory salt and pepper, and then the rest of that compound butter, and then just some Bush's baked beans. I wanted some sides to go along with this, but at this point we don't really need to move it or anything. It looks like it's coming up to temp pretty well. Alright, this should be the last check-in. The thighs have come up to about 155 degrees, and I just checked the breast. They are at 155, and they've stayed there for about 5 minutes, so they're definitely safe to eat. The beans and green beans both look good. A little dried out, but I'll add some stuff back to them. But the chicken is juicy. You can see the juices running out there where the probe was sticking in. Skin is crisp, but I'll post some pictures here at the end just to see what the final product is. Thank you for watching.